last year, we passed in the Senate the childproofing of caps on liquid nicotine. That legislation just passed today in the House and will go to the President for signature. Mr. President, why this is important, we found that these bottles of liquid nicotine for these or electronic cigarettes have not been childproofed. And therefore, a child, if they get one of these bottles and it does not have the cap that they can't get off, we now know the experience from several poison centers across the country in the last couple of years that if a drop of that liquid nicotine gets onto the child's skin, or as infants typically do, put things in their mouth and they ingest that liquid nicotine, indeed it's fatal. And we have had a couple of fatalities in this country. And therefore, it was common sense for us to require, and thankfully, the liquid nicotine industry went along with not objecting to making these childproof. But that will now be in law, and the terrible experience that we've had. Now, let me point out something. This is aside from the question as to whether or not you ought to be inhaling this stuff in an e-cigarette. And I think people are finding out that that's becoming quite dangerous as well. But aside from that issue, this was the issue of protecting children. Look at this. Oh, it's got pictures of fruit all over the label, and it's called Juicy Juice, something that is going to attract an infant's or child's attention. Same thing over here. Got pictures of all kinds of happy things. I've seen others that have labels of juicy fruit. I've seen others that have labels, multicolored labels that are very attractive. Common sense tells us if you're putting a product out that can kill children, just like some of the soaps that are put out for washing detergent in these little plastic bags that disintegrate when they get into water in your dishwasher or in your washing machine. One of those very attractive, it smells so good, they're grape scents. A child smell that, feels so good, it's so soft. Where's it going to end up in an infant? They're going to put it in their mouth. We've had some deaths there, but that's another battle for another day. At least we have won one little battle. And so I'm happy to report to the Senate that what we passed in the Senate, bipartisan, last year, now passed the House today and will go to the President to be signed into law.